Alright, how does everything sound? Music-wise and stuff like that.
Okay.
That might be loud. Well, it might also just be loud on my end. Is the music too quiet?
Yes?
Alright, I'm gonna turn down Hero's audio a tiny bit.
Fire Emblem!
Alright, give me 2 seconds to get some stuff figured out. Okay. What music is this right now? I have a playlist pulled up right now. It's okay, so let me pull up the music a tiny bit. This is In the Stars from Fates? Yeah. Alright, so yeah. Basically what I want to do tonight is just kind of, I need to get through all the January quests here, because I have all of these left to do, and I broke into my orb stash a tiny bit and did a full summon here and got nothing. So I just want to get everything before anniversary, and I also want to clear up my barracks because I have too many units and I don't use all of them. So I really need to just kind of go through them. No, Mikey, I'm not doing another 20 orbs. And then we'll do Tempest, because I need to catch up on that. But this is gonna be, it will be pretty laid back. And no Typhoon, I'm not foddering Lucina. Also, speaking of Lucina, Duma Abyssal will be out tomorrow, I think. It should be out tomorrow. March is the month, yeah. And she's sharing with Legendary Azura.
The future can be changed.
I'm not gonna do summoning in this stream, because I am saving for Legendary Lucina.
Your orders? Can't decide.
Turn off animations. Because the emulator screws everything up. Should be good. Yeah.
Understood. Yes?
Actually, I can auto battle this. I don't really care about Videl. So Jiren's kind of. I mean, I don't care about Jiren either.
For my father.
Hello. So yeah, we're not gonna do too much. Hi Niner, how are you? Oh, you know, actually, there is something important that I have to do. What is it? I need the SP.
Hope will never die!
Yeah, that's the final castle.
Let's do it.
I'll probably end up going on stream. Yeah, I'm collecting orbs for Legendary Lucina because I only need 6 more. I broke into the fund a tiny bit today for the 8%, but I'm not going any further on it. Keep going into the event menu by accident.
Done.
Yeah, I think after what I'll do is after I get this training tower quest done, I'm gonna go grind on him so you can watch me refine him on stream.
The future can be changed.
Do I have a Korin to kill? I figured the game volume was a bit loud. Let me turn that down just a tiny bit. Oh, then the music can't come through though. The thing is, I tried bringing out
Emblem.
Bunny Cena for Duma, and I could not get it to work. She did absolutely nothing, no matter what. I could. I don't know if I have any. I don't think I have any male Corins. Let me actually double check to see if I do. I'm 90% sure I don't. I mean, she's not a bad IV though, that's the thing. She's minus HP plus res. So it's not like she's not doing her job, I guess. It's not like she's crippled because of her IV. She just has a horrible stat line. She's completely outclassed by Cliff. She's just hard to use. Her stat line doesn't work anymore. In the content that comes out, her stat line doesn't work. Especially because she's unmerged. Like, at least all the other Lucinas are merged.
Hope will never die.
Yeah, Cliff also has the added aspect of being better fodder. But see, if I give her Fortress, though, she loses attack. She can't lose attack. She has 29 of it. She has barely any attack as is. That's where she struggles most. It's like, yeah, sure, she has the good Lucina speed, the 36 speed, but
The future
her
is
attack
not
is
written.
just too low. Even with minus HP, I mean, even without minus HP, she has 35 HP, which means her bulk isn't that great unless I specifically go out of my way to get that bulk up. But at the same time, I can't do that because she needs to do damage, meaning she needs to run Blarblade or effective weapons like Blarblade. If I don't do those, she doesn't do damage. So it's either do damage or take less damage, but she still dies to things. She's just not good. And it's a shame, because I'd love to use her because it's a mage, but I can't.
I challenge my fate. For my father.
No, once we're through with some tower quests, I want to go through my barracks. I'll have you guys help me with deciding on who to follow, because there are units that I need to get rid of that I can't decide on. Smash, I'm not sure when I'll stream that. I do want to stream a little bit more often. But the problem is finding the time for it.
I challenge my fate.
But I do want to try to stream Smash. Is that all? It is, okay. No, so let's look at my barracks for a second. So we'll make manuals first, unless they have skills I've inherited onto them that they have to. These are the manuals I have right now for 5-star manuals, anyway. And you know, actually, maybe I should take a picture and put that in the layout so that's always there. I have Zanbato on Masked Marth. That was something I was trying earlier today on Duma Abyssal. I ended up not needing it in the end, but it did help for one of my original strategies. I don't know. The thing is, I have the Hectors. I don't know what to kill them for. So let me pull up my manuals here. So that's what I've got for manuals. Yeah, I got pretty lucky with Hectors on the last legendary banner. Oops, did not want to do that. How professional of me. I could do Carrot Lands. It is very tempting for me to do Carrot Lands stuff. But I don't know if she'd be a good user of Carrot Lands. But I do want to go through my barracks and probably throw together a couple new manuals. I see. The thing is, I have stuff like this where I need to level it because I'm a completionist and I need to get the level 40 conversations, but I have no motivation to level them. It's the same for Reinhardt, this Reinhardt here. And I should actually level this one because this Reinhardt's good. But there's so many 5-stars I have that I don't touch and that I just need to get rid of. But I'm a very indecisive person, so I don't want to get rid of them. Although, actually, and I do need to kill this. This needs to die. What do you even have? You have the egg, right? You don't have anything else. I mean, like, everyone's a Reinhardt user, really, because Reinhardt's just a good unit to have around. I don't merge him. Where's my blue Reinhardt? There he is. It's a good unit to have around, just to have him. No, but I will kill Camilla. I need to kill this Camilla, too. Because we gotta purge the Camillas. The problem is finding someone to give it to, because I don't want to just waste it, but I have no one that would use it. Because I don't have enough green mages. All the green mages I have, except for Cecilia and Bowie, are have legendary weapons. And there's characters like Claire, where it's like, I have one, but I don't use it, but you're valuable, but you also have no fodder. Also, Mikey, I will kill this Halloween Mia for Lissa. See, Ouch Pouch seems like a fun kind of weapon to use, but at the same time, it's nothing special. I mean, it's double quick and pulse, but Do you want me to do it right now, Mikey? Do you want me to kill Mia right now? Yeah, Staff Lucina will probably happen. That's almost like a guarantee. Do I have a remaining New Year's corn? Oh, I do. What do you have at 4-star? Do you have Spur Defense Res at 4-star? You do. Alright. Who's getting Spur Defense Res then? Corrin's gotta go. Who wants the spur? No, Corrin's gotta go. I'm trying to think of who would want the spur. I need to get rid of units. It's just how it is. Who do I use that would want the spur? That I actually use, of course. No, she is odd. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I use Effie. Do you have a double rally already? Yeah, actually though, when we do get a staff Lucina, that will be huge for runs. Because I won't have to run ether on everything, because I'll be able to heal. Just having a healer on a team is huge, and with the variety of builds that they run, it's kind of crazy. I need to give you rally defense or res so I can get both of the so I can get the double rally and the double spur. We'll hold off on killing Corrin for right now. But what we will do is this. Save you for a rainy day. Bye, Mikey. No, I'll kill Corrin. I need rally defense. There we go. No, not that one. I want rally, just defense. Who do I use for it? That isn't Corrin. Do I have rally res? Actually, I just got a Cecilia today. Okay, so where's Robin? You don't need to escape, right? Yeah, alright, and then we get Corrin. Spare defense res. defense res, and you're gone. I don't have the SP for it right now. Assuming the midterms are what the end results are gonna be, then I'm saving for Alm, 100%, and I'll save for Marth. Camilla is Camilla. I don't want any part in that. And Micaiah, I don't really care about. Alright, bye, Typhoon. Though, Micaiah I don't really care about because I haven't played Radiant Dawn. She's cool, but it's whatever. Assuming that the chart we just found is correct, which I highly doubt that it is. Let me actually pull it up on stream real quick. Okay, so assuming this one is correct, which, yeah, there's no way it is correct. But if we assume this one is correct, then I'm gonna probably, yeah, they would be. But assuming this one's correct, I'm saving for Eliwood, Alm, and Robin. Because again, I don't care about Micaiah. But there's no way Camilla dropped down to 3rd place. So I know this isn't correct. But like, this is just wrong. Especially with Leaf. Or Leaf. Leaf is in 4th place. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So give me like 2 minutes to fix something. Yeah, I trust nothing about that batch. It's too... That's like the wishful thinking batch. Like Anna makes sense in 4th. Lif makes no sense being in 4th. I don't think Eliwood would have ever overpowered Alm. There's no way Alm isn't 1st place. Who else do I fodder? This is plus defense. But I don't have anyone who needs Bold Fighter right now, so we'll hold on to him. Well, Lif can win, but Lif shouldn't win, is my point. Because Veronica at least has... and I don't like Veronica. I don't like her character. But Veronica at least has a character. Lif has had, like, I think 4 total lines of dialogue. And appeared in 1 story chapter. So I don't understand why he's so high up. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I could understand Veronica. Because at least she might seem interesting to some people. I actually forget what my Hector's Bane is. Because I think it might be a Super Bane that he has. I think, is Speed a Super Bane on him? I have no idea. I actually have no idea. Brazen Defense Res is one of those skills that seems off, kind of awkward to me, because you need a very certain unit to use it. HP is a Super Bane. Let me pull up an IV check, because I think he is minus HP. I could be wrong. He might be minus speed, because I think 4 is his minus speed. Yeah, it is. Okay, so is it a Super Bane? It isn't a Super Bane. So yeah, no, that's a 175 BST. All right, that's fine. I'll hang on to him. Okay, so let's get back into grinding a bit. Honestly, I'm extremely surprised that they didn't give Doom a 180 BST. Also upset, yeah, he should have had 41 attack. A bit disappointing. Not disappointing, because it means like they're at least not just power creeping everything. But it is better than nothing. I'm glad that Echo's got representation, is all. Okay, that's training tower. Okay, 7 straight on.
Let's go.
But yeah, just knowing that Echo's got a form of representation is nice. Because Echoes hasn't had much. Echoes had, last year actually, Echoes had 3 total new units and 2 of them were Celebrant. And 1 of them was a voted Celebrant. So we had 1 entirely new unit, and that was Cliff. Who was also technically voted, but not really, because he's just popular. But, I mean, like, we're starting off pretty strong with Duma. And that's a good mythic to start off on, too. Like, I feel like they could have done a lot of things wrong with mythic heroes. And when they say godlike, refer to, okay, well, these characters are just super strong. And you could say, oh, well, Xander's super strong, he's a mythic hero. But I like the idea that they're sticking to actual gods. But I hope that they don't just do gods. I hope they do kind of the legendary figures that legendary heroes should have been. Because I want to see, like, I want to see characters, and I know I haven't played Teleus, but at least I know of the lore. I want to see Altina with dual-wield Ragnell and Alondite.
Let's go.
Because I think that's a super cool concept to have. And she's not a god, but I mean, she may as well be with what she is.
I challenge my fate.
Okay, oh,
All right. Yes. What's next? Let's do
I
it.
gotta start playing manually.
Done.
You have distant counter on, okay.
Yes. Understood. Yes. Let's go.
But yeah, so...
The future is not written.
It's just Echo's
Okay.
getting representation.
Can't decide.
Other
Your
games
orders,
not
let's
getting
do it.
representation
Yes.
because Fate's got a lot in the past 2 months,
Done.
which was kind of ridiculous. Like, it got
Can't decide.
a
Understood.
ton
All
of
right.
stuff.
Yes.
Because it had a drift, it had
Let's do
the
it.
Hot Springs banner.
Yes.
It was
What's next?
ridiculous.
Can't decide.
Fuck.
Let's do it.
It was really dumb
Okay. Done.
and should not have been done that way. Especially because we just got
Yes.
2 Camillas
Let's go.
in the span of just a
Your
couple
orders.
months. I mean, it's like the Azura fiasco, where we got the
Understood.
Drift Azura,
Let's do it. Done.
and then
Yes. Okay.
we got Legendary Azura like a month later.
Your orders. Can't decide. Let's do it. All right. Yes.
It's like, I can understand giving characters alts. Popular characters get alts, that's just how it works, that's how they
For
make
my
money.
father.
But Azura shouldn't have gotten an alt in that short a time frame. And neither should Camilla.
Let's go. Can't decide. What's next?
But we
Done.
know they have these things on like a back.
Okay. Let's do it.
So
Can't decide. Your orders. Yes.
they are just kind of there. And IS does have to
Yes.
use them eventually.
Let's go.
Which is disappointing. Because it means they have,
The future
I don't even
is
know how
not
many.
written.
The prospect of them having
All right.
more than the 2 Camillas
Done.
they did planned for later.
Understood. Can't decide.
Yeah, that's a bit
Let's do it.
unnerving to know what else they have in store. I do hope that
Your orders.
this year kind of goes
Can't
off
decide. Yes.
of last year's CYL results, or at least this year's CYL results, so that popular, like the more recent popular characters, like Alm, will start getting alts. But at the same time, I don't want Alm to get overflowed with alts, because then people will hate him. Which is really what it boils down to, is your reward for being popular is really becoming hated. Because that's what happened with Lynn. Is Lynn was popular, and then she got all her alts because she's popular, and just became one of the most hated characters in the game.
Party?
It was kind of crazy. Because at least, like, and Lynn, I'm not going to get into what I think of Lynn as a character. I don't think she's great, but that's that's all opinion. But Lynn was at least, like, there was ignorance to it, where it's like, okay, well, people can like Lynn, it's fine, it's whatever. But then when the characters start getting shoved in your face, that kind of becomes the problem. It's like, I was okay with people liking Lynn before, but now it's like, well, if that means more Lyns, I don't want people to like her anymore. And I realize that must sound unfair, obviously, considering that there's 5 Lucinas and 5 Chroms, but like, no, like, I'm not gonna listen to someone who says, oh, well, you can't like these characters because there's too many alts of them. But I'm also not gonna say it's like, oh, well, screw you for not wanting more alts of this character that I like that you don't. Where it's like, some people don't understand that prospect of when it's acceptable to ask for more alts. Like, it really depends on the character, but it bothers me when people say, it's like, oh, well, this character deserves alts because they're popular or not. And it's like, well, sure, they're popular, but I don't think they deserve the alt that much if they're getting so many. Where it's like, I don't mind people who like Camilla, but when people start saying, oh, well, Camilla deserves more alts because she's more popular, I say, sure, logically you make sense, but I can't agree with that. It's like, I'm content with the amount of Lucinas we have right now, and if we got one, it's been a while since our last all, but there'd still be outrage over it, obviously. And obviously, it's another matter entirely of where new Awakening characters, where new characters from all these other games, and they are making progress at least. We're getting Binding Blade soon, and we got Radiant Dawn, but they can't expect it to go well when they give us Radiant Dawn, Fates, then Binding Blade, and then probably Awakening or Fates after that. Like, it's... I feel like they think they can get away with just saying, oh, well, we'll give you this banner, and then just have a bunch of Fates in between everything. But no one wants that. And they don't listen to the feedback we give, because you obviously look at all the YouTube videos, all the trailers they put out, and whenever it's Fates, or a character that's had a lot of alts, it gets dislikes. And obviously this banner's filler. Like, this banner's just not... It's not well planned. There's not a good theme to it. There's no reason why it had to be in January. It's just there. And it's just to fill the calendar. And I don't... Like, I get why they do it, but I don't like that... Oh, speaking of Camilla... I just don't like the idea that there's a banner there that's just there to be a placeholder. But it's Fates. Like, I'm sure you have more units lined up that aren't Fates that you could have used. But what's wrong with back-to-back new heroes banners? Because remember when that used to be a thing? Remember when we actually used to have back-to-back new heroes banners? Now it's like, we get new heroes, then like 2 seasonals, and then new heroes. That too is, yeah, Fates Royals. It's the Royals. Well, it's the Royals and Kagero. And not Leo. Leo's not a Royal anymore. Kagero took his spot. But like, that's what it is. It's every Royal except Leo. And then Kagero. All have 2 or more alts. And it's like, I'm sure you have more characters backed up. So why aren't you using them? And I understand it's like voice actor wise, it's also easy to just say, well, okay, well, while you're here, we'll have you voice another session for the same character. But still, like, I'm sure for characters that have shared voice actors anyway, that they can still, like, get different characters from those voice actors. They don't need to get... Like with Matt Mercer. Like, I'm sure if they called Matt Mercer into the studio, and like, okay, we need you to do some lines for a Ryoma and a Chrom. But then it's like, oh, well, can we also grab you for an Azama? And it's like, well, sure, he's there. You don't need another Chrom or Ryoma. Well, even if they're not, like, in the studio itself, they're still paying for their time. Well, see, the thing about that, Niners, we don't know how far their list, how far their list goes back for alts. We don't know how many pre-planned Camillas there are. Because Sakura's VA, Japanese VA, is apparently studying abroad. She's also out. So yeah, it's like it begs the question of how many of this character do you have ready to put on a banner? And obviously they have things planned, like, a year in advance. Because when Heroes launched, there was already the artwork of Winter Robin and Winter Tharja. Like, though that was just in the files, and those didn't come out until the end of that year. And obviously they change, like, they have the art for the units and the concept for them. But then they release them whenever it's like, okay, we need whatever meta skill, like whatever meta is here. Because when these seasonal banners come out, obviously these units have been done for a while, but then they just happen to come with skills that are relevant to the meta. So they have these things in place for a while, and then they build them around the meta at the time. And I just think that they need more... There just needs to be more variety. I'm fine with alts, because alts are good. Because the way I look at alts is that alts are used to make fans of, like, older characters just have, like, it gives older characters from the launch of Heroes a better version with potentially better artwork that either performs better or performs differently. Like, you look at Legendary Ryoma compared to Original Ryoma, and Legendary Ryoma is just better, minus the fact that he has fire weakness, he's weak to arrows, but he's a better Ryoma for people who want a Ryoma but don't want to use the original Ryoma because he falls off. Yeah, like, it's a problem with the same 10 characters. Like, it's good to see characters like Henry get alts, because Henry it's a popular character, it's a new cool version, kind of in line with the character almost too, because it's Henry, Halloween, and it just introduces a different kind of playstyle to the character and makes them a better unit for fans of the character. Now, there are alts that I do have problems with, and it's the characters that don't really deserve alts. And that's not to say the popular characters don't deserve alts, but it's like the meme characters that get alts because we joke about them. And that refers to Nino and Reinhardt specifically, because I don't think, and Reinhardt especially, Reinhardt did not deserve an alt at all. But he's so popular in CYL because he's a powerful unit in Heroes. And that's kind of the problem I have with what CYL is you look at, obviously, there's a popularity contest going on. On the surface, there's a popularity contest. You have, like, oh, well, Alm's a popular character, Camilla's a popular character. But then you look at some of the lower... Like, you look at the top 20 still, but the lower ranking top 20, and you have units that no one necessarily likes, but people just want to see a stronger version of them. Like Surtur. Surtur was 16th in the Midway. Nobody, like, there's no way that enough people like Surtur to get him to 16th. But people want to see a somehow stronger version of Surtur. So, CYL kind of becomes, okay, are you voting because a character's popular? Or are you voting because you want a character to be a stronger version of themselves? And obviously, a popular character will get a stronger version of themselves. But, and then there's characters that have no right being in the top 20. Like Reinhardt. Reinhardt is from Thracia, the least played game in all of Fire Emblem. And he's just there. He's a boss, albeit a memorable boss to the people who've played Thracia. But he doesn't, like, if he was never in Heroes, he'd never be as popular. But because he's a good unit that everyone gets access to, he's become popular, and people just want to see stronger versions of him. And then we got, because of that, because of people like memeing Reinhardt, we got one of the worst things to ever happen in this game, which was the Thracia banner, where we got an ult of Reinhardt and Olwen that were not deserved. And Reinhardt shared color with Leaf, and Reinhardt was better than Leaf. Because Leaf is not an amazing unit. Lightbrand it's not a great weapon, and its effect was already put on an inheritable bow. His stat line is like, it's just your average high speed sword. Like, there's nothing special to Leaf except S-Drink. But S-Drink, it's a quick impulse that heals, but it only works for the healing aspect anyway in Tempest or chain challenges, which I feel like shouldn't have been the point of it. But, and then don't even get me started on why
Indeed.
Olwen got an ult, because Olwen,
All right.
I guarantee Olwen only got an ult because Reinhardt's sister. That's the only reason.
Of course.
Can't decide. Let's do it.
Well, the thing, I don't think people would, I don't think getting Reinhardt high makes people want to play Thracia.
Let's go.
Because, like, having a Reinhardt, and I want to go back and play older Fire Emblem games, but Reinhardt specifically doesn't make me want to play Thracia. Like, I think it's okay for him to get an ult, because I feel that every character should have an ult down the line. Because there are characters that are lackluster, that do need the boost, that have fans, that were still, like, they're bad units, where it's like, if Obero got an ult, I'd be pretty happy for Obero's fans, because Obero would get better art, Obero would get better stats, probably better weapon, she'd be a better unit overall, and then Obero fans could invest into that.
Anything can change.
But it's just, I don't, like, it depends on the way alts get introduced, but just having Reinhardt and Leaf share a color on Leaf's debut banner after everyone was waiting for Thracia, the fact that everyone waited for Thracia that long to get a banner that was half alts. Half of it was alts. There were two units weren't alts, 2 units were, and then there was a Tempest unit. Like, that's not how you introduce a new game into Heroes. Like, imagine if when Three Houses comes out, like, when Three Houses comes out, imagine if they did, like, Edelgard, and then 2 alts of Edelgard, instead of the other lords. Or, like, Edelgard, then the other lords, and then Edelgard alts that share color with the other lords for whatever reason. Like, the Thracia banner was handled so poorly in every aspect. It just, like, should not have been done that way.
Hope will never die.
Yeah, armor units need to slow down. It's ridiculous. And it's an armor meta. It's hard to avoid that at this point. But IS just keeps pumping out high power armors that are nigh unkillable. Because note how almost every single armor unit that's come out like, recently. Where if we look at Duma, we look at Faye, we look at Erica, we look at Ephraim, the winter ones, we look at Cecilia. Every new armor unit they've released has had dumped speed, because armors don't need speed anymore because of the fighter skills, and invested it all into good mixed defenses and super high attack. And that's what almost every single new armor comes out with, is a variation of good mixed defenses, high attack, no speed. And that's not fun to see. It's like, oh well, it's just a recolored version of this stat line on a different unit. And when all you see in Arena is these like 50-50 defensive things that you still can't double despite the fact that they have like 2 speed, and that one-shot you because they have like 65 attack, that's not fun to deal with. That's not fun to play against. It's dumb. Like Surtur. Surtur has like, you can get up to like 50-43 defenses or whatever with like 56 HP, and he'd still have like 58 attack, 20 speed, but you can't do anything. There's like I have a picture lying around somewhere. No, I don't. I deleted it. Of this, of Mass Lucina. She's buffed by Hone Attack 4. She's bonded. She did 3 damage to a Surtur. 3 damage! She has weapon triangle advantage. She has like 64 attack, or 65 attack at that point. And she does 3 damage. Like, there's no counterplay to that. There's nothing I can do. And then my entire team just gets locked down, takes 20 damage, and then Surtur's one-shots them. Like, what do I do to that? You can't do anything. If your red unit fails to kill a green unit and dies to that unit because for whatever reason they couldn't kill, there's a problem. And it's like, yeah, sure, Armor Smasher, sure. But I shouldn't have to build a specific unit just because of the chance that I might encounter a unit. Because it's the same thing about that I get kind of mad about when people say, oh, we'll just build a Lilina. Where it's like, yeah, sure, I could build a Lilina, but I don't want to, because she's not one of my favorite characters. I shouldn't have to, because I'm not going to encounter her. It's like, why would I have her take up a team slot and take up all these resources when Surtur's a character that I'm not even going to see in every single match I play, and then she ends up being almost a wasted project. Because if I'm building her to counter a specific character, yeah, it limits the units that you get to use. It kills variety. Because if I need to carry a dedicated unit to kill a unit that's potentially on a team, then that's not fun. If I'm not allowed to use the units I want to use because they can't kill a unit that should be killable by them. Because I don't know about you, but having 64 attack versus a green unit as a red unit, which that 64 attack becomes like 70 or like 72 or something, and I can't do, and it's not even a matter of killing, but it's a matter of not even being able to do meaningful damage. Like, I would have been fine with it if maybe I had done like 20 damage to Surtur, because at least that puts a dent into him. But if that does if I have a 72 attack unit and an enemy takes 3 damage, that's just dumb. And bonus unit kill change, that never should have happened. Bonus unit kill change is one of the worst things that has ever happened in this game. Absolutely one of the worst changes that has ever been made in this game. Like, that alone kills variety, because, oh, let's say I want to go do arena right now. Have I done arena actually yet? I have. But let's say I want to go do arena. Well, here's my arena team right now. I have my +10 Crom. I have my +10 Frederick. I have my +10 Mask Lucina. I'm not allowed to use any of them to kill anything if I want the max score. I have to use this. An unmerged unit with a basic build. But I have to use it if I want to score well. I'm not allowed to use this thing, which I've poured a bunch of fodder into and put a bunch of resources into to get to +10. Not allowed to use this. And I'm not allowed to use this. And these units, like, I invested into these units because I want them to perform well. But they are essentially score carries and cheerleaders. Where it's like, okay, here's my unmerged unit. I have to have these 3 +10s so that I can score well. And they have to have buffs, because there's joint home speed, attack defense lane, or spur speed defense, or double drive attack, where their skills need to buff this guy. And if he can't kill something, well, tough luck, you just lost 3 points. It's ridiculous. And I know it's a fact of, like, okay, I don't have to do well in arena. I don't care about arena that much. But the fact of the matter is, if I want to do well in arena, that's what I have to do. It's like, if I want to get into tier 21, I need to get full bonus kills. I need to have over 700, like, 32 score matches. Yeah, exactly. It's like, arena's just waiting around for, hoping that one of your merge projects is, for whatever reason, on the board that week. And even then, all your other projects are still cheerleaders. And I think what arena needs for bonus unit wise is remove the bonus unit change, but also expand the list of bonus heroes, because we don't have enough space anymore for them. Because let's look at arena this week, this season. You have the 4 banner units. You have a Grand Hero Battle unit. That's 5. You have the new Grand Hero Battle. That's 5 units already. That's half the arena roster already taken up. Then you have one of the Grand Hero Battle rotation units, which takes another slot. Then you have an Asker unit, or Fjorm, or actually, is it Air? I don't know if it's Fjorm or Air that go on rotation in arena anymore. No, I have no idea. But no, it'd be Fjorm because it's arena. So that leaves 3 spaces. You get 3 spaces for a unit from the summoning pool that you might use. That's ridiculous. And then it gets even worse when you have maybe like 5-person banners. Or no, it gets worse when new legendary or mythic heroes come out and there's a new banner. Because isn't this week has even, or next arena season has even less, because it's Duma and then Ryoma, because it would be Duma here, and then you've got Ryoma, Hinoka, Sakura, Elise, and then Camilla. So you've got Duma blocking out a slot. You've got the 4 banner units. Then you have the Tempest unit. Then you get the Grand Hero Battle unit. Then you get the Aster unit. So then there's 2 units from the pool. And that's dumb. You get Duma, all the Hot Springs alts, an Asker unit, a Grand Hero Battle, and 2 units. And it's like they don't rerun a lot of old units anymore. And I'm not saying Aether Raids is a good game mode, but it's a little bit better off, in my opinion. Because if you look at this, you've got Legendary Hero, or Mythic Hero. Is it different next week? No, same. You got your Mythic or Legendary Hero. You have your banner units. You have 2 Grand Hero battle units. You have a Legendary Hero. And this is one of the most important things, is the Legendary Heroes getting rerun. Fjorm being the only Legendary Hero that gets rerun in Arena is ridiculous. And I think Arena needs to rerun more units. Like, I love the fact that this option exists. Like, that you can use a Legendary Hero, that having a Legendary Hero for longer than however long the Arena season lasts is a good thing. Because I have a Legendary Ryoma, I don't use him, but I'd use him for this, because he's here. He's a bonus unit, I can use him. But it's just, Arena, there just needs to be an expansion to how many units are on the list. Because if it was like, if this list was, and if we're assuming next week's list, then we have Duma, 4 banner units, Tempest unit, Grand Hero Battle Rotation unit, then you get your Astra unit, and then you get 1, 2 from here, and then let's say a row of like another 5. So you get 5 more random pool units. And yeah, and seasonals never get rerun, which is also dumb. There's just a lot of poor design choices that become poorer as time goes on. Where it's like some mechanic change might seem at first like a good idea. Like bonus unit kills was almost a good change that some people when it came out, because people were like, oh well, that like bonus unit kills means like, oh well, I get to score even higher if I try to kill my bonus unit, but I'm sure that won't change Arena too much. And what do you know, second it starts becoming apparent that, well, this change matters and how well you perform in Arena becomes a bad mechanic, because then you're forced to use your bonus unit. And obviously that's what IS wants, because they want you to spend money on the banner, and if you don't, then you have to hope random chance that you get one of the 2 unit slots, 2 or 3, that is one of your merge projects, or you suffer with an Astra unit. It's ridiculous. And I mean, 5-star units, 5 stars have been run in the past, because I think Ephraim has been on Arena rotation like 5 times. But it's just not enough. And it almost seems counterproductive. Because if Arena and Aether Raids are supposed to be such important modes, and they are. Arena and Aether Raids are the endgame. Like, this is what the endgame is Arena and Aether Raids. Because the endgame isn't Abyssals. Because Abyssals aren't a competitive aspect of the game. And they always come back. But Arena and AR, you need to be devoted to and committed to actually partake in. But you can't do that. So it's like, if the incentive of releasing strong units is that you score higher in Arena and Aether Raids, I need more incentive to use those strong units. Because obviously whales, like, it's obviously to pander to whales. Because obviously whales, well, okay, they'll buy a +10 out of whatever new banner comes out. But let's say someone saves for a +10. Like people who saved for Lagus and +10 to Barn or +10 Nyla. They're going to use them this week. And then when will Tabarn or Nyla, their +10s that they saved up for, ever be on rotation again? And then there's no incentive to use that character. And then because they're not bonus units, you don't want to use them in Arena. Because they're going to take your kills. They're not going to contribute anything to your score. Like, if the bonus unit change was removed, Arena would be so much more fun. Maybe easier, because you just have a perfect counter to everything, but that's not a bad thing. Because Aether Raids is the challenge in game mode. This is where everything challenging occurs. Because this is where there's a lot of stuff that goes down. But like, let's look at the top in Arena Assault right now. Like that. I mean, it's not +10, but there's already a Duma. This banner's been out for a couple weeks. There's already a +10 of this with all this fodder. Attack Speed Bomb, Raffle Staff, Gravity, Martyr. Oh, what else is there? Okay, well this is probably, yeah, +10 Duma. It's day 1 of the banner. Hasn't even been a full day, and there's a +10 Duma. Like, now what incentive do you have to use Duma? Because Duma's going to be on rotation for a couple weeks, and obviously he's there to just be there on your arena defense or AR defense. But you're not going to use him. He's not a bonus unit in Arena. You're not going to get kills with him. He's a good support unit because of Upheaval. But I don't know. It's crazy. But then you look at units that are like, what is this doing? Yeah. There is incentive to Mythic Heroes in that aspect. But okay, so there's a perfect example here. This unit was a bonus unit once, and will never be a bonus unit ever again. And it's +10 from a whale because they want to be on top of the game. But this build is obviously built to kill things. It's not built for support. Attack, Defense, Solo, Brave Sword, Gale Force. It's meant to kill things. But you're not going to kill things in Arena with it. Because it's not a bonus unit. And it will never be a bonus unit ever again. Because it's a seasonal. It makes no sense. It's like such a counterproductive system that somehow still works. Like, there's another example here. Now this is different. Because it's a dancer. And dancers will always have their uses. But, like, a unit that's built to kill things. Like, I can see this as a support unit. Because it has chill speed. It has joint hone speed. Obviously, it can still kill things. But it does have a support aspect to it. This is literally just meant to kill things. It doesn't do anything else. Legendary Azura is a whole other problem. Is there a Legendary Azura in these rankings? There is. Like, really? This is it makes everything such a problem. there's just not, it's not fun to deal with. Especially this. It's a dancer that scores the same as armors like Gwendolyn and Effie, that has a super dance and buffs you to +6 everything. And yeah, if she's gonna win Hero Rises, and then everyone's gonna have legendary Zuras on their team. She does score higher than Effie, because Effie doesn't have a super boon to get into that that bin. It's dumb. And honestly, I wanted to address it. I'm still gonna address it in a video that I want to make. But that's why I have trouble wanting to bring arena videos back to the channel and wanting to bring Aether Raids videos to the channel, because there's like it's just not fun, because I don't get to use the units I want. Because you're not, like, if I go into Arena and I was recording a video for Arena, I was like, sure, you see Frederick, Crom, Mass Marth, they're there, but they aren't going to do anything because I had to get my kills from Naysala. And then, even if I could kill with those three, the fact of the matter is there's no variety in Arena. Because I guarantee, if you go into Arena right now, and I challenge all of you, go into an Arena match right now, and you will see either an armor unit, 2 or more dragon units, a dancer, preferably legendary Azura, or an armor dragon. And then infantry units would be like Aira or something like that. But like it's ridiculous. Like I'll go into an arena assault match right now, and we'll see what I find. I'll pull out my +7 Felicia. So this is my highest scoring team. 3 +10s and a +7. 734. So we have a Tabarn. Oh look, an armor and a dragon. Both +10. No, that's +6. That's +10. First match. My Berkut is +2, and I have enough Berkuts to get him to +9, and then I'm like 200 grows away from getting him to +10. But like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, an armor dragon at that, and a legendary armor dragon at that.
Yes?
Whoa.
Yes.
Yes.
It's dumb because it's so predictable. It's so predictable. There's no, I don't find enjoyment to it.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's dumb. Let me turn on animations. It's just not fun. Cause like, sure, I can make the content. The content is there.
Of course.
But no, I missed the reposition. But not that anyway. But why do it when, first of all, I can only use my bonus unit to get kills, and I'm only gonna see the same 10 or so units over and over.
Okay.
Because that just doesn't seem fun.
All right. Let's go.
Done. Whoa. Yeah. You're just a stain.
Indeed.
Because like look at, just as an example, what was watching this match entertaining?
For my lord, Crom.
In the sense that, in the case of the units I used, seeing Felicia and Frederick run house on that team. Now, from a viewer standpoint, I could see that being entertaining because you're seeing Frederick and you're seeing like Felicia, these units that are not commonly used, do work. And there's unique builds. You see this unique build in Crom. Attack, defense link, joint home speed, attack, speed bond. Not a lot of people run plus speed Croms. But let's replace that with this. Where's Naysala? Let's replace what you just saw with me having to use a bonus unit. And look at that, armor unit. Yes, my Crom is
Yes.
plus speed. But yeah, so now, and this is what it would be like if I did arena videos with bonus units.
Splendid. Let's go.
Yes.
Of course. Cheer me on.
Oh, he doesn't kill. Okay,
All right.
now I will have to wait.
That one? Really? Splendid.
See, now I kill. Because I just couldn't do anything cool, just had to wait. Alright, and now we gotta
Done.
run. Oh, but wait. I accidentally left my distant counter unit in range of this
Yes.
Micaiah. I wonder what'll happen. No, it didn't kill. But you get the idea. Where it's like, that had killed. That's not, like, it's ridiculous. And it's just not, like, I don't know. It's just not fun. Because
Yes.
now,
Indeed. Yes.
because now what do I do? Here's Naysala.
Splendid.
What does he do? I
That
can't do
one?
anything.
Really? Splendid.
It's like,
Done.
okay, well, I have to use this. I have to, or else I can't win. And then I just gimped myself
Cheer me
on
up.
points.
All right.
And I'll show off my builds after this. It's like, okay, wow, I took the time to get my Naysala to transform.
That one? Really?
I still can't win, even if I wait for her to
Splendid.
step
Yes.
off the defense tiles.
Of course.
Let's wait for her to get off a defense tile.
That one?
Oh look, I
Really?
still don't kill.
Done.
And it's like, sure, there are cases like this where if the unit has Wary Fighter, not Wary Fighter, wow, what the hell? I just didn't have a speed buff. But if the unit's fast enough or it doesn't have Wary Fighter where it can't die,
Cheer me
then
up.
sure, you can pull off a kill. But that's not fun. Because it just becomes, alright, who does the least amount of damage to this unit so that it stays alive? Anyway, let me pull up Frederick and Crom. So this is my Crom. He's plus speed minus HP. And he's very fun to use. Because joint home speed attack defense link is fun. yeah, like, sweep skills, sure, I can use. But I don't want to. I don't want to be forced to run a certain build because I need to let my bonus unit get kills. Because imagine this. You see Crom, I'm running this cool, like, attack defense link thing. I can't do that if I had a sweep. Distant counter wouldn't matter, because I shouldn't be using distant counter for anything except points. I wouldn't be able to do any attack defense link stuff, because I'd have wind sweep, because he'd only be allowed to weaken things. Attack speed bond wouldn't matter. I wouldn't need speed to double anything. It's just not fun. That's Crom, and then there's Frederick. Which, my Frederick is also very fun to use. This is plus speed minus res. But it's like... I took time, and I invested into these units because I like them, and I want to do cool things with them. But I'm literally not allowed to in any arena setting. Because if they aren't bonus units, they can't do anything. And I can't use them to attack if they kill. It's like this Frederick, from what I've seen anyway, is this Frederick is extremely unique because not a lot of people run speedy Fredericks. But it doesn't matter because if I kill things with him, he takes points away from me, so he becomes a point drain. He gets something that's like, okay, well you're plus 10, so you're coming along to lift my score. When my unmerged bonus unit has to get kills. And I mostly keep Frederick around for armor units that my bonus unit can't kill. But then there becomes the problem of, hey, my bonus unit didn't get a kill, I've now crippled my score. It's just dumb. And there's stuff like this where it's like, it's basic, but it gets the job done. Obviously, I mean, it's not what I usually run, because I just have stuff for Duma. But I have odd speed wave. I usually run... I don't know what seal I usually run on her. But still. There's so many unique builds that you can put on your units. But if they're not a bonus unit, it doesn't matter. Because you need to replace all of it with stat booster skills. So that your unit can perform well. Because if you're doing arena, you can't build units to kill anymore. Unless they're a bonus unit. If you're not running a bonus unit, then your unit's not being built to do damage, it's being built to do support. Even if the unit has a stat line that says it's all offense. Example being that Hrit that I showed earlier, where it's a Brave Sword, it's a Gale Force, Heavy Blade, attack defense solo, obviously meant to kill basically anything that comes in its path, and yet, because it doesn't weaken, it's pointless, and it won't do anything for you in arena except score high. And even then it won't score high, because it's not a legendary, it doesn't have a legendary weapon. And it's like Aster units. You're forced into building them. Like Alphonse weeks I find alright. Because Alphonse is decent. because of his refine. But if I have no bonus unit and the season ends up on Sharina week or Anna week, I can't score well that week. That week is just a lost week for me. And there have been times where I don't like the banner, so I don't pull for the banner units. I don't have the feathers to bring a Grand Hero Battle unit up. And I don't happen to have the 2 or 3 random units that they arbitrarily picked from the pool. So I'm forced into using an Asker unit. Anna is almost impossible to kill anything with, because she has such low attack and such low defense. I have not invested almost anything into Sharina, as apparent by this build, because this build is literally the most useless thing ever. And then it's just ridiculous. Fjorm weeks are fine, because Fjorm, unlike Sharina and Anna, is also actually useful, because you got a distant counter weapon, a PRF special. She scores well. She's a legendary hero. She has extremely good synergy in her base kit, so you don't need to put a bunch of fodder into her. She has good mixed defenses. She's a good unit to have on the rotation. But if you don't end up with her, you're screwed. Like, I'd invest into Anna, because I do like Anna, and I like her design. But, first of all, Anna's refine is horrible. And it is one of the worst refines in the game. It's just the Fujinumi refine, which already sucked. Doesn't help her already pretty poor stat line. Doesn't do anything for her. I don't know. And then occasionally we get good free units, like Dorcas. It's like if you plus 10 Dorcas from Grails, it's a 170... I think he's 175. But that's a 175 that you just get to carry into arena for free, but you still can't get kills with it. It's just he's 173, okay. But still he's a 170 to 175 bin armor for free. Granted, you can accomplish that with whatever. Is Eliwood really the only 175 one? That's odd considering Eliwood came out before Dorcas. But I'll use Eliwood as the example here. So 175 BSD free unit. I could plus 10 in for free. But does my build matter? No, it doesn't. I have a Fire Sweep Death Blow Bold Fighter. That's almost, like, that's one of the most offensive sets you can get in the game. And it wouldn't matter, because I need to build him to buff. Because if he's getting kills in arena, I'm just losing points. This stream has gone completely off track from what the original goal was. But that's fine. discussion is healthy.
For my father.
Honestly, I am too. Like, Horse Lucina is one of probably the easiest ults they could have done. Because she does have a natural reclass into Cavalier.
I won't lose.
I'd prefer to see a green mage Lucina before that, though.
This lance.
Just because I need
This is over.
the color balance. Either a staff Lucina or a color Lucina. Or staff or green. Also that, yeah. Any class where Lucina keeps Falchion is her best. And she gets Cavalier naturally. She's an 8 movement Falchion. That also has access to lances. Granted, well, Great Lord has access to lances, so I guess it's not that problematic. But she gets the same weapon types for 2 more movement. There's like no, and I guess weakness to beast killer weapons, but beast killer weapons don't show up that often.
The future can be changed.
I'm fine staying, like, I actively try to stay in tier 20. Well, tier 20. I bounce between 19, 20, 20. But AR, I don't care. AR, I'm perfectly content being tier 19, because getting tier 20 and tier 21 is impossible unless you have your slot filled out with air. Or Duma, depending on which one you want to build. But that I'm forced into using a character that I may not like or don't want to use just so I can get to the highest level. Like, I realize, like that's completely different from Arena. Because it's very possible to get to... Does Duma not... Oh, because Duma's defending. Air, yeah, it's, Light and Dark give the bone... Or Air... No, it's Light and... Astra. Light and Astra give points, on offense. Light and Astra give points on offense. Dark and Anima reduce lift on defense. Which honestly it makes AR even worse that way, because I never even realized that. But that's so much worse than how it should be, because it basically turns light weeks, at least right now while we only have these 2 mythic heroes, turns light weeks into the all-out offense weeks, and then dark weeks are the weeks where nothing changes. Or, well, not dark weeks. Anima weeks. Or Astra weeks. Whichever one. It doesn't change anything. Those weeks are the weeks where nothing changes. But still, I don't want to be forced to use one of my slots for a unit that I don't like and don't want to use just because I need more score or I need to lose less score. And it's different from how...
Let's go.
BST-based scoring. No BST-based scoring in AR. It's honestly worse, because you run into all the horses. Because every team is horses. With a Surtur tucked away in the corner. And you can't avoid that, because that's just how the game mode is. And it's entirely possible to get to the top of Arena as free-to-play. I've been to tier 21 3 times. And granted, I am a former royal, because I don't spend on the game anymore. But I have spent more than I care to admit on it. But I've made it to tier 21 using units that I've raised up completely from feathers. And like you can do it. You can get to tier 21 with free to play.
The future
But
can
you
be
can't
changed.
get to tier 21 Aether Raids without whaling out for air. Because there's no way a free-to-play player has a plus 10 air at this point. Unless they had saved orbs for
You will
well
not
over
stop me.
a year, waiting for something, and then decided to blow it on an OC, of all things. So the only people with plus 10 airs are
The
the
future
whales.
is not written.
And that's the only way you're going to get into tier 21, is if you whale out for an air. And the only way you're going to stay in tier 21 is if you whale out for a Duma.
Yeah.
Not here.
I'm plowing through.
Still, I'm destroying my entire team. This is what happens when you auto battle 10 strategy. Not smart. Hey, Donald is scary. Well, I have to play this
Hope will
man.
never die. What's next? Let's go. Yes?
You said Awakening Donald was one of the worst units in Awakening.
I challenge my fate.
He's the villager. He's amazing if you put the time
Let's
in.
do it. Can't decide. Okay. Yes. Understood. Yep. The future can be changed. Your orders. Done. Let's go. Yes?
Honestly, yeah, 4 units is... I feel like we need to just... There needs to be an expansion. I think 4 units has become severely
Alright,
outdated,
let's
at
do
least
it.
outside
Understood.
of Arena. Because you get rushed by
decide.
so many units in new game modes. Like,
Yes.
let's
go.
Look at Abyssal Erica. You have 4 units, and by the time turn 3 rolls around, if you haven't killed anything, you end up having to fight like 15 units with 4. And I realize it's challenging that way, but it's not a fun
Challenge
challenge.
my fate.
If it's only challenging because your units are
Can't
outnumbered
decide.
and outstatted, it's not fun.
I say when it ends. Yes.
In my opinion, neither Aether Raids or Arena is better than the other. They're both
Understood.
equally bad.
Let's go.
But I will say
Done.
that Aether Raids is like
right,
user
let's do
interface and quality of life wise stuff, like bonus
Can't
units
decide.
and defense viewing and locking defense teams, that's all better. But Aether Raids is still just not a fun game mode.
Let's go. Okay, what's next?
It's really a one sweeper shot. Oh no, wait, I'm not running distant counter.
Yes. Let's go. Let's do it. Yes. I challenge my fate.
Yeah, Abyssal Erica. I think Abyssal Erica.
decide.
No, actually, no. I can't say that.
Done.
I was about to say Abyssal Erica was probably the toughest Abyssal for me. No, it was
Let's do it. Your orders.
Abyssal
Can't decide. All right.
Freed. I couldn't do Freed with Lucina Emblem.
Yes.
Like, I have
What's
3
next?
Lucinas, but I
Can't
had to bring in
decide.
Kron. I couldn't do it with 4 Lucinas. Like, it was ridiculous. And I probably could have done it if Master Marth had distant counter at that time, and she didn't.
Done.
Which is why I had to bring in Krom. But I don't even think I would have been able to do it then.
Okay.
Because
understood.
Krom's goal was basically, it was Swordbreaker for Creed. Which I don't think
Done.
that she would have survived.
Yes.
I don't think she would have survived Creed.
Your orders. What's next?
It's
All right.
ridiculous.
Let's go. Yes. Understood. For my father. Your orders. I challenge my fate. All right. Can't decide. What's next? Understood.
I mean, but is there really variety of what you can do with defense, though?
Yes. Let's
Everyone
do it.
runs Spring Breeze with an armor tucked in the corner, or a lava
Done.
map with like a straight
Okay.
or horses. They're like, there's
Yes.
variety in defense if you look at it from a theory crafting standpoint, where it's like, yeah, theoretically you can make it any defense you want, but it's all about how effective it is, and there are things that are just simply more
Let's go.
effective than anything else. It doesn't matter what you do, they're
Let's
just
go.
better.
What's next? Can't decide. Yes.
Actually, I was gonna bring up my CYL votes. I'm actually pull those up. I missed one day of CYL, so I only have 6. But these are my votes right here.
Let's do it. Let's settle this.
Hey,
Yes.
Alm didn't need the vote
Alright.
7 times.
Your orders.
He was fine as
Done.
is. He was fine where he is. He was pretty he's comfortable. He didn't need 7 more votes from me. Yeah, I want Berkut to get an alt at some point. And he should have been on
Future
Fallen
is not
Heroes instead of Celica. And I'm
Hmm.
still very mad about that.
Understood.
But
Yes.
nothing I can do
Can't
about it now.
decide. Let's go. Let's do it. Yes, let's do it. Okay. All right. What's next? Yes.
Yeah, I think Mark,
Can't
or no,
decide.
I think
Let's
is
go.
just he's just set for life at first.
Let's do it. Done. Your orders?
Fallen Barracks
Yes. Yes.
amazing, but we ended up getting
Let's do it.
the Celica ult that showed up for 3 seconds.
Understood.
Yeah, Barracks proves pretty damn well they know how to make good characters, but they sure
Can't decide.
sure screw the pooch on every character since then.
Okay. Done. What's next?
Like, come on, you wrote Barracks, and then you write characters like Fjorm and Gunther. So where are you? What are you doing?
I will never give up.
Oh yeah, I commissioned
Let's do it.
a new channel icon. I don't know when it's gonna come, but it is commissioned.
Okay. Your
So I'm
orders?
just gonna
Yes.
be waiting on that to pop
Understood.
up in time. But it will be around. It's on its way.
Hope will never die.
I'm sure you can, Niner.
Done. Yes. What's next? Let's go. Let's settle this. Your orders? Can't decide. Let's do it.
I hope we get a legendary on. And we probably will.
For my father.
Because we still need yeah, Crom, it's been a while since Crom's last stalled, and I think he could do it.
Yes.
It's kind of the same deal as
Done. All right.
Lucina.
Understood. Can't
Oh, I don't
decide.
even know how long it's been since Lens, so I can't even say that. That is true. Just add on to the list of legendary, like,
Let's do it.
I'd say almost
What's
probably
next?
about as tall as, like,
Yes.
maybe a little bit
Hope
taller
will
than
never
Creed, but he's
die.
definitely not on, like, the super tall end.
Okay. Yes. Your orders. Let's go. Can't decide.
Yeah, he's probably either taller or the same height as Marth.
Yes. challenge my fate. Done.
I wouldn't say Horse Crom is the equivalent of a legendary.
Can't decide.
Crom.
What's next? Yes. Yes.
Cause that's like saying that Nino's ult would be
understood.
like a legendary Nino. Oops.
Let's do it.
Horse Crom's stat line is almost identical to normal Crom.
The future is not written.
He's got high defense, he's got low speed. Nothing really special about him.
Your orders? Can't decide. Let's go. Done. Okay, let's do it. Yes? Yes. What's next? Your orders. With this lance.
Actually, I don't need to. This is a surrender because I just lose.
The future can be changed. All right. Done. Let's do it. Understood. Let's go. Can't decide.
That's slander comments.
Yes. Let's do
I
it.
would never drop Crom.
Okay. Done. Your orders.
No, I feel like legendary Crom would be armored, and he'd
Alright.
probably be based on the exalted
Yes.
Crom art.
Can't decide. What's next? Let's go. Your orders. Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, legendary. He'd either be colorless bow or red bow. Okay, actually though, I want a Crom that has the Awakening Exalted Falchion. Because the Awakening Exalted Falchion is really cool. Just because of the orange blade with the blue glow always going on. It's a really cool model.
Let's go. Okay. Done.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
I don't think
Understood.
that if a Legendary Crom came out with that it would be as broken as Legendary Marth's Exalted Falchion.
All right.
Because that is destructive.
What's next?
Because doubling buffs
Let's
is
do
just
it.
dumb.
Yes. Let's go.
Honestly, I feel like if we did get a Lucina
Can't decide.
that had to have a sword,
Yes. Let's do it.
Parallel Falchion would make the most sense. Like, her Falchion already is the Parallel Falchion. But, I don't know. Awakening's Exalted Falchion just looks
Let's do it.
awesome.
Can't
It's
decide.
like a lightsaber,
Your orders.
honestly. It was
Okay.
just the way it glowed.
Yes. Done. What's next? Yes. Let's do it.
Yeah, only Crom can use the Exalted Falchion Awakening. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Einerjar Marth. Einerjar Marth could use it. Not that that, like,
Alright.
not that that does much for it, but,
Understood.
the Marth
Yes.
can.
Okay. Your orders? Can't decide. Yes? Let's do it. Can't decide.
Honestly, it kind of sucks, though, because
What's next?
Exalted Falchion in Awakening, anyway, is kind of lame. Because if I remember
Let's go.
correctly, it was, like, 14 might, and then instead of recovering 10 HP if you use it, it was 20 HP. But I don't think it did anything beyond that, right? And something that also makes no sense is why Lucina's Parallel Falchion is stronger than Crom's normal Falchion, because they're the same sword. So, it just never made sense. I mean, I guess it makes sense because Lucina doesn't get access to a stronger Falchion, but it's whatever. I have to put together... What team do I have to put together for... I wish Crom was good in general. Crom is, like, not a good unit in Awakening. He gets completely outclassed the second you get Lucina, who already comes with Ether right off the bat. And, assuming you're playing casual, then Crom dying still games you over, but Lucina doesn't game you over in casual. Let's go horses first.
I'll do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the best you're gonna get out of Crom.
Understood. Orders? Of course. Let's go.
I don't understand why
Let's go.
Heroes portrayed Crom in the way it did. Because, for whatever reason, Crom in Heroes is high attack
What next?
and all defense and no speed.
Huh?
But in Awakening, his speed growth is, I think, either his highest or his second highest.
Indeed. I'll do it.
Yeah, Crom's just, his stat line is screw up. It's all screwed.
Know your damn place. Very well. Yes. All right. Indeed.
Honestly, I like,
Orders.
shit. What was I
Understood.
Yeah, at least Crom has a sword.
I'll do it. Indeed.
I was gonna say something. I like characters. Part of the reason I like Lucina, and it's the same reason I like Conrad, is because I like characters that have that kind of like dramatic reveal thing about them.
Orders. Let's go.
But they're really just a dorky character. I think that's a cool.
Let's go.
Crom is like
What next?
dumb fast in Awakening. I think his speed growth is like 65. And he gives he gives all his allies
Of course.
speed and pair-ups. Really? Yeah, when will Conrad be in Heroes? I want him so bad.
Magic is everything.
Oh, I do have a horse with distant counter. I have Reed. I completely forgot about it. Yeah, Conrad needs to get into Heroes. Echo's characters in general need to get into Heroes.
Not while I draw breath.
Let's do again. Guess you don't care.
Indeed. Understood.
Take it easy.
Yeah, Duma was a pleasant surprise.
Die, worm.
So hot.
What next? Yes. Waiting for orders.
Right.
Indeed. I'll do it. Of course.
Actually, yeah, when is Rudolph? Rudolph deserves to be in the game at this point.
Ice upon you.
Can we also
Alright.
get
Understood.
Python and Foresight?
Take it easy.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Indeed. I'll do it. Yes. Die, worm.
Take it easy.
This move.
What next? Of course.
So hot. Take it easy.
Waiting for orders. All right. Understood. Indeed. Meet your end.
Well, that didn't work out.
I'll do it. Waiting for orders. What next?
Right. Tropical attack.
right. Yes. Of course.
Take it easy. On your knees.
In the same spots.
I'll do it.
So hot.
Waiting for orders. Indeed. Understood. Freeze now!
Right.
All right.
Triangle Adept and Cancel Affinity just cancel out each other.
Freeze
It's actually
now.
really good for Paula with her Refine. Because if you
orders.
run Cancel Affinity Paula, it removes the Triangle Adept effect in her sword. So she just gets the Triangle Attack effect. Granted, at the cost of her B slot, but
Out of my sun.
I'd rather have that than have the Triangle Adept Triangle Attack. Yeah, Paula's Refine is like...
Huh?
It's good, just by virtue of it being Triangle Attack,
You leave me no choice.
but...
Never.
Jesus Christ, Flora. It's good just by virtue of it being Triangle Attack, but the fact that it was the Ruby
I'm
Sword
putting it all into this
was
one.
disappointing. Oh yeah, how do no Sea Disrupt and Fire Sweep react or interact? That makes Fire Sweep characters able to counterattack, right? But still not be counterattacked?
What next? Waiting for orders.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, no Sea Disrupt while you have Fire Sweep is dumb.
Take it easy. Yeah.
I'll do it. What next?
I'll cool you down.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Indeed. Of course. All right. Waiting for orders.
Wow, actually, yeah, that's true. Distant Counter Fire Sweep is unironically a really good build now.
Your last breath approaches.
Really? Oh, that's dumb.
Right.
Indeed. Understood.
Yeah. Sweet dreams.
Die, worm. Of course.
I kind of want to take a look at that now. That's just dumb. See, you know what I love is I really want to get a Fire Sweep bow for Legendary Lucina. And if I can
I'll do
get
it.
a
What
Fire
next?
Sweep,
So hot.
wait, no Sea Disrupt on her? That would be so dumb. And she's fast enough where she'd basically survive anything. I mean, summoner support gives her decent bulk, because I think she has like 70 bulk approximately in each. She's like 63 res bulk and 68 defensive bulk. Because I think she has 28, 23 defenses with 40 HP. Which will be more when she's plus 10. But she could survive a hit. And then proc Ether. And heal. Or if I got a healer Lucina. If I got a staff Lucina at some point, then that'd be good.
I'll do it.
Honestly, I feel like a staff Lucina is inevitable. Because it'll either be like a young Lucina, based off of
must prevail.
how she'd live in the fixed awakening timeline. Fixed with air quotes is
all right.
Or it would be one that's based on like Emblem or something.
Of course.
Take it easy.
Yeah, you get a Lucina all based off of every single potential parent she has. Yeah, horse healer Lucina would be pretty stupid. It would get finally I'd have a horse. Actually, finally I'd have a non-infantry Lucina. I really like. I'm conflicted because I'd love for her to get a bridle, because that would be really cool. But at the same time,
For orders, indeed.
I need to save horse for legendary Lucina.
Let's see you handle this.
Die, worm.
I mean, Olivia's not a bad mother. She's just, I mean, she's not the optimal
What
mother,
next? I'll do it.
but she's not terrible.
Yes. Of course. Waiting for orders. Ice upon you.
Yeah, Mayo's Summer Lucina I feel like will get released eventually. But that would be good, because if we get that Lucina, then I can save to get Legendary Lucina merges in March, and then save after that to try to get the Summer Lucina.
Not while I draw breath.
Yeah, accurate.
Understood. Yes.
Take it easy.
I have not. The only thing I've removed from my barracks, I've removed 2 things from my barracks, and it was a Mia, which
Waiting for orders.
a healer Mia that I turned into a manual,
Freeze
and
now.
a 4-star New Year Core.
Indeed.
Otherwise, I haven't killed it yet. But I do need to. Severely.
All right.
Right.
What next?
So hot.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes, and then I guess we can go to Barracks cleaning, because it's going to take a while for me to get these training tower quests done, and I don't think I'll get them all done on stream. So... return. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up soon, but I do want to get through my barracks cleaning. I just don't know where to start. So, let's go to... take a brigade. Who am I killing? No one from up here is getting killed, so we'll scroll down a bit. Just, if you see a unit that you think you should die, put it in the brigade, and I will consider it. Also, CYL2 did have family relations. Veronica was based off of Bruno, loosely. Celica was based off of Alm, in a sense. Ephraim was based off his dad. Hector was based off his brother. Kill Corel. No, see, I'd kill Paula, but I have invested into her. And I do kind of want it for the refine, because it's a good refine. Okay, I need to kill this, but I have nothing to kill it for. Like... I'll toss her in there, but... Same issue with this, is there's nothing to fodder. I have this Ares for Arena Assault. I have two other Ares for Brazens. Both these Tikis, I don't use dragons, so it's not a loss to me. There's units that, like, I'd kill them, but they don't have skills to give me, so then there's no point. Nah, Leon's fine. Leon's pretty cool. Oh wait, I gotta show off the dumb candle thing. Because the candle is not a book. So Leon doesn't know how to hold a candle. There's nothing really specific about how the cleaning works. It's just like I need to clear out my barracks because I feel like I have too many 5 stars. Oh, you need to die. I forgot I just got you. Well, I need to get your level 40 conversation, so. I would kill Mel Morgan, but I do want to make him an eventual merge project because Grima's Truth is pretty good. Sonya doesn't have anything good to give. Grima has res smoke, but I don't know who I'd give it to. I mean, I would, but like...
I will ever do my best to fulfill my role.
Does my Chrome already have brazen attack speed? I don't think he does, but I mean, I could always just 5-star Linus. He uses distant counter better, in my opinion, anyway. Or, I also have attack speed bond on him for his A slot. So, he can run double attack speed bond if he wants. I'm not gonna kill what he's seen. Gray. Why do you have Death Blow? Gray's cool, but he's not good. I wouldn't kill Groomarth. I've invested plenty into Groomarth. I'm not gonna kill Bunny. Actually, Bunny has way too many skills for me to ever consider killing her. Yeah, that's the problem. Is I have a lot of 5 stars, but a lot of the bad ones are ones that don't have any fodder to give. So like, it's a problem. Cause like Sonya, I don't really use Sonya, but she's here because she doesn't have anything to fodder except Resploy, I guess. Same goes for like Bowie. I don't really use him. I won't kill Dancer Shigure because Blue Tone Valor, which is too good to give up. Oh yeah, only 2 units have the Resploy. No, actually 3 units do, because it's Loot, Sonya. Or is Loot attack ploy? Loot's attack ploy, I think. No, Loot is Resploy. Loot has Resploy, Sonya has Resploy, and Sias. No, Sias has Speed Ploy. Julius has Resploy, and he's free. So, I'm not gonna kill him. Oh yeah, Gunther has it too, so 4. Julius has attack ploy. Is there a free unit that has res ploy? Really? I could have sworn there was. Huh. That's interesting. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I'm putting them all into this brigade just to get them all in one place. Okay. I don't hate Leaf, but he's not a good unit. And this is minus attack. And it's dumb. Leaf got shafted really hard. I feel bad for him. He does have drive attack. But I don't need drive attack right now. I would kill regular Marth, but I do want to merge him eventually. And I already have invested. Oh, why does he have Gale Dance? could kill my Xander after this Tempest ends. Because he has distant defense. Because I got pity broken by a Celica, I think. It was a Celica that I got pity broken by, and I gave him that. I know, and I regret it. I have this, at least. Clive. I don't want to kill him.
You are worthy of my trust.
But he doesn't do anything.
I pledge my life to you.
I actually don't use him, like, ever. Well, I'll consider it. Yeah, unfortunately, Clive is just kind of a waste. I wish I could kill Sharina. I'd love to. Hey, Clive? He's a human. Oh wait, Camilla has to go in there. I could do Hack-O-Lantern Christmas Crown, but I also like Dorcas. Doesn't mean he doesn't like this man. Can't not like Dorcas. It's a crime.
You think I look good in this getup? I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, you know what? Let's see how long it takes for me to do this. Air. How long will it take for me to find a Sharina? I want to find one Sharina so Air can kill it. No one runs Sharina because no one cares about Sharina. 5 more tries. Oops. Alright, no Sharina. Unfortunate. Like, I could force fight a Sharina, but I'm not gonna. Because that involves going to Aether Raids. Anyway, brigades. Who else do we kill? Let's see. Oh, actually, I have to manual some 4 stars. This Robin is manual. Shiga, that's manual. Let's go with that for now. Would I do a plus speed or plus attack, Libra? Actually, how many speedy axes do I have? I don't think I have a lot. If any. I don't. No, I'm gonna stick to plus... I'm gonna do plus speed, Libra, because I want... I want a speedy axe. Unfortunately, yeah. Spring Crom. He's not great. Yeah, Linus... I completely forgot I had him, but no, definitely he's probably the best. Is there any year ones? I mean the Christmas units. Like, yeah, these guys still hold up. What other year 1 seasonals? Halloween Jacob, yeah. Axura, Axura, yeah, still good. I wouldn't say she's one of the best ones anymore though. Who else? Christmas Crom and Christmas Lissa. Both definitely do. My Legendary Lucina right now is kind of funky because I had to mess with some stuff for Duma. But if I go to skill sets, this is the set I usually run on her. And she runs speed defense 2 right now, but when the next Tempest comes around, Darting Blow is a seal in that one, and when that comes out, I'm putting Darting Blow seal on her. The only non-seasonal armor tone or tome that we could get would be like Emperor Arvis from Gen 2. Actually, yeah, when was the last time we had a tome armor? We had Henry, we had Tharja. Let's open up the catalog. With Henry, Tharja, is this? That's Lynn, right? Lynn exists. I try to forget that she exists, but doesn't work. I mean, we have our armored staff. I don't like Lynn. Her character is, it's too one-dimensional. And it's because Lynn was retconned into what FE7 is, which is a prequel to FE6. And it's like you get the protagonists of FE6. You got Roy and Lilina, and you know that Hector and Eliwood are their fathers. But you start FE7, and the first character you meet is Lynn, who has absolutely no relation to FE6. Like, even if you look at some of the other characters in FE7, there are other characters that have connections to the characters in FE6. No, I'm obviously not saying all of them, because there needs to be some that are original. But you have characters like Rebecca, who was Roy's wet nurse. You have Canis, who's Geese's father. You have Barter, who's in both games. You have Corel, who goes through an entire character arc. You have Carla, who gives birth to Fur. Lynn isn't even canonically Sue's mother. Lynn's just there. And the thing I don't like is that the first interaction that you get with Lynn is basically her sucking up to you. And then every other time they've made Lynn appear in the series, she just has an obsession with the Avatar. Like, that's what they did to her. Is she's always been one-dimensional. She's basically like, she sucks up to the player character, and then her other form of personality is that she's basically a female Hector, where it's like, oh hey, I want to spar with someone, I want to get stronger. Also, yeah, I mean, I can understand why Lynn would want to go back to the plains, but I also don't, because it's where she grew up, sure, but her entire tribe abandoned her. She has no one else on the plains, so why does she go back? She's so happy that she found her grandfather. And then she's just like, yeah, well, heading back to the plains. Yeah, that like, yeah, exactly. She's a Hector in Hector's game. No, the entire tribe didn't die. Her parents died, and the tribe abandoned her because they didn't want to accept her as their leader. I think a lot of the tribe died, but the remaining members of the tribe just left her because they didn't want to listen to her because she was a female. But yeah, that's the entire thing. Is Lynn's personality is a Hector that sucks up to the player in a game where there's already Hector who doesn't do that. So there's no point. There's no reason for Lynn to exist. But you know that when the FE6 remake inevitably comes out, there's gonna be they're gonna retcon Lynn into FE6. Yeah. But Lynn, in every other in every appearance past like the initial appearance that she has, she's always saying, it's like, you remind me of someone. In Awakening, they had that where it's like, oh well, you remind me of this person I used to know. It's like, really? Like, if all you're gonna talk about is Mark, then what are you doing? She's just not a good character. She steals the spotlight from the game that's supposed to be about Hector and Elliewood. And I overall, I feel like the first, like Lynn's story, which is like what, the first 7, is it first 7 or first 11 chapters of the game that are Lynn's story? Either way, that I feel like a lot of that is just wasted time. I think it's 11, but that's just all wasted time. Spending time on Lynn. When it's like, Lynn's not an important character. Lynn doesn't even get a legendary weapon. Like, she gets the Soul Kati, which isn't a legendary weapon. It's a legendary weapon for her tribe, but it's not one of the Alibian legendary weapons. Like, she's just there. She shows up in Hector. She's there to be there in Hector and Elliewood's story. She doesn't accomplish anything for them. if Lynn got Durandal and Eliwood got nothing, that would have just been dumb. No, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream here because I'm tired. I'm basically not doing anything anymore except talking. Well, not a bad thing, but I do need to wrap it up. So that was good. I mean, it's been a while, but it was a good kind of. It was an easy stream to get back into it. I do want to stream more, or try to get back into streaming more. Like I said earlier in the stream, it's hard to find the time, but I do want to try because it's fun. Honestly, I don't even know how much I have on Twitch. How many followers do I have on Twitch? I have 34. But, yeah, that's it for now. So, yeah, I would be on the Twitch grind, but, I'm not trying to... Oh, Twitch definitely, like, being a Twitch partner definitely pays out better than YouTube. A lot of things pay out better than YouTube, honestly. But I'll get into that another time. That's a whole different subject. So I will see you all later.